Hello guys, this is Shahid and you're watching Learning English with Shahid. So this is our first communication video, and as I already said before that in this YouTube channel you're gonna watch lots of communicational videos which will gonna boost your communicational skill. So today we have a special guest with us and I'm very much glad. I'm also very much excited to talk with him. So let's go. Good evening, Ujjwal. How are you?
Yes, sir, I'm fine. Sir, you?
Yes, I'm also pretty well. Thank you for asking. So, tell us at first, how are you feeling? Like this is the first time I think you are, speaking anywhere on any YouTube platform. Obviously.
Yes, sir, this is my first time. I am slightly nervousness, so I am very glad to talk to you. I feel very well now.
Yeah, this is normal because when we talk for the first time, and obviously on YouTube platform, it will be very, it will not difficult, but we feel that it will be challenging. And yeah, obviously, in our mind, there will be lots of things will happen. Like, lots of people will gonna judge me because this video will upload, and maybe some people will see
Yes, sir.
and they will make some judgment. So this is the fear. Yeah, it's okay. First time
Yes, sir.
it will be
Yes, sir.
normal to get nervous. So at first as I know you really well, but so I want to introduce yourself that in front of our audience, our viewers, so that they can also know about yourself. So tell us something about yourself.
Yes, sir. Good evening. Thank you for giving me this opportunity to introduce myself. My name is Ujjal Mondal. I'm from Nadia. There are six members in my family. Me, uh, my father, mother, and my wife and daughter. I completed postgraduate in 2009. My favorite color is orange. My favorite sports are cricket, football, hockey, carom. Oh, that's my about, sir.
Okay, that's great, and thank you. So as you said,
Welcome, sir.
like your favorite game is carom. So why carom?
Yes, sir. I favor also cricket, but it is not that there is any reason uh, behind liking it. So I played uh, my childhood from my childhood.
uh, I will ask you the next question is like as you are learning English. So what do you think, why English is so important for us? Why we should learn English?
Yes, sir. English. Uh, I want to learn English because, first of all, I love English. Then knowing English is very necessary now. It helps in personality development. Knowing English is very important to communicate it, especially if we go to abroad. There is no option to speak any language other than English, and very important government and uh, non-government mm, office and non-government and non-government office documents in our country are somehow mandatory to be written in English.
So as you said, English is very, very much needed in this time because yeah, obviously, if you want to go abroad, that time you have to speak this language. So how long have you been learning this language, English?
Yes, sir. It has no been long. It has no been long, but it has been 3 months since. So I start learning English.
Okay, so tell me your journey, like when you started, learning. How was your experience that time? Were you able to speak that time when you started?
Yes, sir.
I'm asking that when you started learning, as you said, you have been learning this language for 3 months. So when you started learning for the first day, you know, uh, could you speak that time?
No, sir. No, sir. When I
Or
learning
it's
my first day,
yes.
when I learning on my first day, uh, I I don't realize the how to communicate it, how to in English speak. So now I am little comfortable. Uh, that's
Okay. Yeah, that is most important thing because it's a language. Because we have been learning
yes,
English as a subject since our childhood. Subject means English, writing, reading, and we never focused on speaking or listening. So I think it's very common, to get fear or nervous when you start, communicating for the first time, or when you start English learning as a language, because language means you know speaking or listening. So
yes,
it's
sir.
very, it will take time, obviously it will take time. So and you are speaking pretty well. I'm also learning, I'm also trying to speak. I'm also trying to enhance my skill. So we are in a process of learning, so we will be learn will be improve our communication skill. uh, like it will take time. So obviously if we can practice, if we can give our 100%, give our hard work on a right track, so definitely we can learn this language. I have asked you so many questions. So if you have any question for me, you can ask me any question if you want to ask.
Uh, Yes, sir. It has been very cold here for a few days. In the morning and in the evening, it is foggy, and sometimes cold wind blows gradually. So, how is the weather here, sir? Weather there?
Yes, it's obviously same as you said, little bit, chilly because it's a time of winter. So obviously at night it will be more, but sometime you can't get the sunrise, sunshine in daytime. So yeah, obviously it will be cold and chilly here also.
Yes,
Same here.
yes,
Yes. Where do you live? Do you live in city or village?
yes, sir. I live in a village.
Okay, so tell me something about your village, because I like village also. So tell us something about some good things about your village.
Yes, sir. I live in village. There are 5,000 people live here. Uh, uh, the the 80% of them are educated, and a lot of people are employees here. There are most uh, here environmental is very good. Communication system is very busy. And our land farming land is very fertile, and they are produce huge crops and vegetables. There are uh, uh, two schools here, and a big playground, uh, and near
Okay.
rail stations, etc. Sir.
Okay, that's great. Yeah, it sounds well, because I also prefer village.
Yes,
So
sir.
when I listen from someone that you have lots of things in our village, because I like mostly the greenery of any village, the green environment mostly. But there is no pollution. So but
Yes, sir.
in city we get lots of pollution, sound, like wind. So I think in village this is this is the one thing I prefer most. So yeah, So as today we'll be discussing only on how to develop our communication skill. So I will ask you this one question, that as you are also in a profession, you are also teacher. And one thing I would say, don't call me sir. You can call me Shahid. So nothing. As I want to ask you one question. So what do you feel that how we can learn English language? How? What is the main, like what is the main thing we need to learn this language? What is the main thing?
Yes, sir. Sir, again the questions.
Yeah, I'm asking that. What is the main thing? What do you feel? How can we learn this language? What is the main thing?
Yes, sir. Uh, uh, we learned. I want to learn English uh, because the main thing is it helps in personality development, enhance. Uh, it is main thing, and
Okay.
very important to communicate it. Help.
Yes. So yeah, my question was like, how can we learn? How can we learn? Suppose I don't know anything about English language. So how can I learn English language? What do you feel? How can we learn this language?
Uh, we uh, we have to learn a lot of practice, uh, writing, listening, and very important to conversation with your partner, and we have to practice regularly.
Yes. Always. Yes. So I'm totally agree with you. Okay. So as you said, we need to speak, we need to listen, we need to we need to read, we need to write. Yeah, obviously, we need to understand, why can you can read English, you can write English, right?
Yes, sir.
You can read, you can write. Why? Because since your childhood, you have been writing, you have been reading, and you can't speak English because have you ever spoken somewhere? Have you ever spoken? No, because we don't
Yes, sir.
have the environment, we don't have the environment. I
Environment.
feel, it's my personal opinion, because I'm not an expert or anything. I'm also learning, I'm also student. So I feel, how I learned English, I feel that we need to take it easy. Sometimes we feel like we need to learn lots of grammatical rules and structures. No, you know suppose our native tongue is Bengali. So how we learned
Yes,
Bengali? We never focused on Bakaran or anything. Nothing. So we just, you need to take it as a language, and language means you have to speak, you have to speak.
yes, sir.
So for that we need at first environment. And as an
Yes, sir.
Indian,
Yes, sir.
mostly we don't have the environment as an Indian, mostly.
Yes, sir.
And whoever guys who are learning in or studying in Bengali medium school, for them it will be more difficult, more difficult. So
Yes, sir.
I feel, if you don't have the environment, what can you do? What can you do? You can't, you can't cry, you can't cry for that. So what can you do? You can control whatever in your hand. Means you can at least create your own environment. You can create your own environment. You can't wait for someone will gonna bring you the environment and you're gonna start speaking. No, this will not going to happen. No one will give you the environment. Sometimes you need to create your
Yes, sir.
environment. So I also feel you need to change some your habits, like I also did. I also did. But when I come to realize that English is very important and it's also my interest, you know then I started watching English movies, English contents, because until you got something like English in your mind will not allow you to speak it out. So I also feel, environment is most important thing whenever it's when we talk about communication skill or any language. Not only English, Bengali, Hindi, any language. you need a good communicate, a good environment. Sorry, a good environment.
Yes, sir.
So sometimes we get the environment, and sometimes we don't get. So what can we do if you don't have the environment? So you can create your own environment by changing your some habits. Like you read newspaper,
Yes, sir.
Bengali newspaper. So you need to read some English newspaper. Listen Bengali songs. You need to listen some English songs. So that we can at least change our own surrounding. And I think it will be very very beneficial for as a learner who wants to learn this language, because now we hyped too much. We focused on too much about grammatical things. So what do you think? Is it right or not?
Yes, sir, is right. As- Sorry, first thing, it is a uh, uh, foreign language, and generally I fear it. So, uh, not comfortable. So, it is, your thing is, I agree, sir.
Yeah, not only you. When I also started, I also was very very scary, and now also I'm also a bit nervous because this is the first time, and you were the first person with whom I am communicating. On YouTube. On YouTube, it's easy to communicate with you in a call. That's a different thing. And when you are communicating, speaking with someone on YouTube platform or any kind of social media, that will be a different ball game. So and yeah, and because it will bring some challenge, mentally,
Yes, sir.
mentally. So I'm also a bit nervous, but also excited, enjoying communicating with you, because I also like communicating with different person, because when you communicate with different people, you can get lots of ideas, because everyone will come with their own opinion. So I think when you listen lots of people, you can learn lots of things also from them. It's also a very it kind of a book, open book. So do you like traveling? Do you like traveling?
Yes, sir, I like traveling.
Yes. Okay. So you do like traveling. So
Yes, sir.
why you do like why you like traveling? What is the reason?
Yes, sir. I am uh, I am a school teacher, so lots of time I spent our schools. So sometimes I think that I will traveling. So this is my uh, uh, good for me. So monotony of works. So
Yes.
this is good for me.
Yes.
And
Obviously,
sometimes
sometimes your
with
mind
my
needs.
family. Yes, sir.
Yeah. Sometimes your mind needs some break, because when you do lots of works, at the end of the day you are a human being. So yeah, and I also feel like when you travel, you can learn new things. You can communicate with new peoples, and always new thing always brings some excitement, like their tradition, and their culture, new culture, because we are living in a different state. We go out of our state, we often like see their culture, their traditions, and it will be different from other, from ours.
Yes, sir.
So yeah, it will be a different thing, it will be a very interesting thing. So yeah, have you visited different state apart from West Bengal?
No, sir. I visited only Digha beach. Uh,
Okay.
so only for this place I have gone there.
Okay, okay, that's great, that's great. Okay. Okay. So it was a very nice talking to you, because this is the first time you, as you said, and for me, it's
Yes, sir.
also first time for me. I was also a bit nervous, and same with you. So And also, you have been learning this language for last 3 months, and in these 3 months, you gathered that enthusiasm to speak on a like social media platform. I appreciate, and you have a great journey. You have been learning, and I hope you can be a very fluent English speaker. And I also want to become a good and fluent speaker. So I'm also
Thank you,
learning.
sir.
You are also learning. So it's very very nice to talk with you. So one thing, if you want to say something, our viewers to our viewers.
Yes, sir. I am very glad to talk to you, sir. I didn't think I could have a conversation with you so soon. It's a good opportunity for me to speak English. I feel lucky, sir. Let's pleasure to meet you and good to meet you again. Uh, Thank you for
Okay,
your
same here. Thank you.
precious
So one
times.
last thing, one last thing, one
Yes,
last thing.
yes,
If
sir.
you want to say something to our viewers, our subscribers.
Yes, I wish that everyone was it the conversation and they are little teach
Yes.
some here I come
Yes,
here.
yes, yeah.
So
Obviously, obviously because we are learning, so there will be some grammatical mistakes. Yeah, it's okay, but nothing, no one is perfect. So we are learning. So
yes, sir.
definitely one day we'll be speaking, fluently and grammatically correct everything. So we are in a
Yes, sir.
process of learning. So we can make mistakes. We can afford. So yeah, thank you for being with us, and thank you for your, precious time, for giving your time to us. So thank you again. I know I will be pretty sure I'll be speaking with you again very soon. Thank you. Thank you.
Yes, sir. Thank you for your precious time. Break a leg. Thank you, sir.